What's up, Devils? J-dawg here again with another fucking video for you. And today's topic is going to be some Deicide talk. I noticed in the comments, several people have been saying, asking about Deicide, favorite albums by Deicide. Hey, can I see your Deicide collection? So, I mean, yeah, it was quite a few different people. So I'm like, hell yeah, talking Deicide, fucking talking my language. So, yeah, let's show some Deicide. So I busted out all the LPs that I own and just a couple CDs, and I'll show you why, because those are the ones that are just a couple to show you they're signed, have the signatures on them when I met them. Maybe a little bit of story time when I met them, and yeah, go from there. But these are all the albums I owned, and we'll get right into it. So I do own pretty much every album on vinyl. The only one I do not own on vinyl is the Till Death Do Us Part album. I would pick up an LP now. I should have, I mean, at the time. It's just when it came out, that one I really pretty much didn't even like the album at all. Listening to it a few times now, I do kind of enjoy it. It's got parts I like on it. It's definitely kind of like the most boring. It's funny because at least in the early 2000s and shit like that, and I thought it was kind of for Infinite, that everyone always said the shittiest Deicide records are Incinerate 'Em and In Torment in Hell. And I do realize those are not the best records by any stretch of the imagination. But I actually even like those albums more than the Till Death Do Us Part. And I have LPs of each one of those. I'll show. But yeah, so the only one I don't have is the Till Death Do Us Part. I just own that on CD. And I listened to it a couple times actually this past year, and it's grown on me. It has definitely got some boring parts. I didn't like the whole concept album thing on it. The lyrics weren't as cool as usual. I really like the straightforward, fucking, aggressive, angry, hateful Glenn Benton lyrics. So they're kind of just lame on that one, in my opinion. But going back to listen to it, it's still Deicide. It wasn't like no fucking later Morbid Angel bullshit where you're like, just what the fuck is this shit, right? So with no further fucking ado, here we goddamn go. So start off with the beginning of the catalog, and that is, I'm not going to pull all these out of the sleeves, guys, because this video will be quite long because I don't have a shitload of Deicide LPs, but I don't know, fucking dozen or so. So I'll show them. But this is first pressing Deicide, one of my all-time favorite fucking records. When I say all-time favorites, it's definitely my top 10 for fucking sure. No doubt, top 10 of all time. Original printer and sleeve, front side, back side. I do think a repress of this came out a few years ago. I didn't bother picking it up because I think it was I think it was on standard black vinyl and it wasn't as cool as the original. It had like less photos or maybe just the same one. So I didn't see any need to get it, but nonetheless, doesn't matter because I have an original, and I'm not going to show it because it's on my wall. I do have a 12-inch picture disc of this too. It looks fucking sweet as hell. There's like 300 of them made. It came out, shit, I don't even know, maybe 10 years ago or so now, probably something around there. But yeah, it's just on my actual wall, and I don't have a second copy of it, but it's slick as hell the way it's laid out, the front and the back's awesome. So I have, like I said, 12-inch picture disc for the first album as well. So just two versions of LP on the first album, and then the second album, Legion, goddammit. I have the 12-inch picture disc, which this was an original that came out in the 90s. This was the only album that came out in pictures back in the day. Once Upon the Cross and Serpents of the Light. Those are the two I really hope somebody would do those on picture disc. Those are like on my most wanted to come out list because they've never been on pictures before, and I would love to have one. And never been. I don't know. Fucking total posers over at Roadrunner. They don't listen to this shit. Never did. Never have. So they of course didn't do it. There's the backside Tough Guys, awesome fucking band photo of the classic lineup. And then this, I thought I had, which I'm not seeing. I thought I had an original pressing of Legion, but apparently I don't, or at least wasn't in order or something like that. Because this here is a repress, a pretty nice looking one. I forget who did. Oh, it looks like Metal Blade did this. So I think a couple of years ago, heavy red vinyl of Deicide Legion, and so front, back. Like I said, I thought I was almost positive I had an original LP of this, and I kind of remember because I remember being kind of banged up too, and I was always thinking, fuck, maybe I kind of need to get a replacement of this, but I didn't see it in my pile here. I just grabbed the stack, the lyric sheet, the same band photo with the lyrics. So this repress though was nice. It basically looks just like how the original CD and LP came out, just kind of like nicer quality of the insert, heavier vinyl, on color vinyl. So and I don't know why Metal Blade did this. I guess they just licensed it from Roadrunner. I'm assuming that's what it is. And this came out, says 2014. Oh shit, I thought it came out actually soon. So this is actually kind of going on, it's 8 years already. Shit. Seemed like wasn't that long ago, but I remember when these came through and I definitely wanted one, but it doesn't seem like that long ago that they would have Metal Blade did these, because I remember when it did and it came out. Then Once Upon the Cross, I have an original and a repress. The repress might be unnecessary. It's kind of lame. The original is much nicer, so I'll show you that. Um, Here's the obviously the front censored cover. Tough guys in the back, fuck yeah. And inserts. Well, so this is a printed inner sleeve actually with the killer uncensored artwork. Fuck yeah. Always been a big fan of it. Lyrics. Like I said, this one was the original pressing, which I'm very glad to own. Just standard black vinyl. Nothing fancy. Nothing too interesting to look there. And like I said, I have a repress version of it here to show you too, which not much to show. I think it's a little bit lamer than the original actually. The cover's kind of fucking fuzzy. Bunch of fucking posers that didn't own the LP, I'm sure, to scan the CD. Comes with a printer or sleeve, and I don't even know if it's got the badass uncensored artwork. I don't remember. The back's basically the same. No, yeah. See, this doesn't even have the disemboweled Christ artwork. Like what are you guys doing? Like, why would you reissue this now and not do that? You know, a bunch of fucking posers putting out. Who even reissued this? Can't tell. It kind of looks like Roadrunner, I guess. Oh yeah, it says Roadrunner. Well, there's your fucking answer. Bunch of fucking posers over there. That's why. That's the reason why. So that question's been answered. There's an original of the Amon Feast and the Beast, the Deicide demos. Original LP of this. All these I show you too. I have CDs of as well. Like I said, I'm not going to show all my CDs. I'm just going to show a couple CDs because those I had them signed just to show you some signatures that I had by them, and I didn't think I needed to show every fucking CD that I had signed because basically I have the first 5 albums and like When Saint Lives. Yeah. So the first 4, Incinerate Them, because Incinerate Them was the tour I saw them on with Marduk, like I told that story, and then the CD of this Amon Feast and the Beast is signed, and I'll show you that one. So I had them sign, what is that, 6 CDs. I didn't think it was necessary to show signatures on 6 goddamn CDs. So those are the only ones that I had signed. So, like, for example, let me show you this. So, to this date, I met him in 2001. I know one of them on one of these discs. Steve wrote 2001. So, yeah, I had them all sign that when I got to meet them all. So you could tell Steve there, 2001. Or was it 2000? I think it was 2001. It looks like he put a 1 there. It was kind of scribbled. But, yeah. So, like I said, I'd have the 4 others signed too. And to this day, I really would like to get my picture taken with especially Glenn. When I met Glenn, I didn't get a picture with him because it was outside after the show was done. And it was like, there was quite a few people and you could tell he was irritated. And I don't know if you guys have any Glenn Benton stories. From what I always heard, he's like kind of always in a grumpy mood, or at least can be, which I can't totally fucking blame him. I mean, I kind of get it. And I think that's kind of fitting for the band, actually. It's kind of funny. Always kind of just looks like he doesn't want to be there. So I was already kind of pushing my luck getting multiple things signed. So I didn't have him sign, didn't get a picture with him. But to this day, I really would. If I ever meet him again, I don't give a shit grumpy or not. I'm going to ask him for a fucking photo. But the only guy I got a photo with was Steve. It's actually me, Eric, and Chase in the photo with Steve Asheen. The only drummer they've ever had still in the band's day. I'm there with the Deicide hat there. And then Eric, Chase, and Steve. So, yeah, that was the time I met them. And like I said, they headlined and Marduk opened up for them. And so that was definitely one of my favorite shows to date. One of them, it's up there for sure. And then I'm not going to show much of this because I showed down as one of my favorite LPs of all time, albums. I showed down there, Deicide Serpents of Light. Only a vinyl version in existence, only one I own. So if a picture of this comes out of this, or like a gatefold cover vinyl one with a colored vinyl, I'll definitely pick that up too. So I hope someone does it. I mean, it took years for just even this to come out, like well over 10 years after the CD came out. So I don't know what the holdup on that was, but I'm at least glad something of it did come out. So, and these next two, I believe, are bootleg pressings, and I don't know who did them. I remember that it's been a while since they came out, but Incinerate them. I don't think this is. I'm like 90% positive this is a bootleg, not actually. I could tell by how it's scanned too. It's a little fuzzy, so it looks like. And they didn't even do an insert, which kind of was annoying. Wish you would have done an insert with like at least the lyrics, but just the track listing. But it was never on vinyl. To my knowledge, this is the only vinyl pressing of this album, and it's just standard black vinyl with the 666 logo on the cover. So the release is super half-assed, but I want it on vinyl because, like I said, I know this album is kind of their half-ass album, but I like it. It definitely has some songs where like you could just tell they're like just cranking it out. Let's get this damn thing done and over with. But songs on here, my favorites are definitely Bible Basher and Worst Enemy. I think those songs are really good. And I like most of the songs on there, but there was definitely parts where it's kind of like just kind of fucking boring. So it's by no means the best fucking Deicide by any fucking stretch. But as a whole, I do like it, and want an LP. And same dealio. I don't know who did these, but I know it's the same person because we got them at the same time, and it's done just the same way in Torment as Hell. Which again, this album, I like this album even less than Incinerate Them. It's pretty half-assed as well, but as a whole, I do like it. My favorite song on here for sure is "Worry in the House of Thieves." Definitely like the lyrics in there too. Like the fucking opening line. What does he say? I hate you more than any word can describe. Wish you were dead. I'll live till you die. Thought that was totally fitting. Just kind of like they're on album 6 and he's still attacking JC. It's like you figure he'd, kind of run out of shit to say about him at that point. But so as a whole, I mean, there's no songs that I think stink, but some songs kind of like, just you can tell they're kind of fillers, but nothing that I thought like blew or anything like that. But you could tell that's just kind of a crank out. Let's get off the shitty ass Road Racer Records label because I think that's even their story where they don't even like those albums that much. They just said they're getting dicked over by the record label or something, and they just wanted to get off that. And then obviously when they did, they went with their first Earaches Records album, which I thought this was a much better record, Scars of the Crucifix. And I believe there is a picture that's in existence of this one. I know there's like 7 different colors. I don't remember what color I fucking had, to be honest. I didn't put it outside of the cover on this one because I don't even know why I didn't. Because I want to show the inner sleeve. This is a green vinyl. Yeah, green vinyl. But I remember when this came out. I remember when the album first came out. There's like I'm almost positive there's 7 colors, which is definitely fucking excessive. I wasn't gonna get all 7 goddamn colors, but I think I did see a picture disc of it. I don't know why I wouldn't have picked it up, or maybe it didn't come through and I saw it. I don't know, but if I ever come across a picture, I will definitely buy it. I like that fucking cover art too. Definitely fucking kick ass. Sockins and old JC there again, as they're known to do. So I just own the one version on that, and then the album after that was that Till Death Do Us Part. I think it was, and I said that's the one I'm missing. Or it was I think that's what was the one next in line. But then there's Stench of Redemption, which again I do like this record. By no means my favorite or anything. The title track is definitely good. Death to Jesus is good. Crucified for the Innocents is really good. Homage for Satan's good. I know there's like there's like a music video for that song. This is on clear vinyl. This one. I don't remember how many colors are on this or not. If there's multiples, I think maybe just black and clear. But I just have this, and I have a picture of this as well. Again, not my favorite album by no means. I remember the song Desecration, track 3. I don't think it sucks, but I probably wouldn't have included it. I remember it's pretty boring. That was the only one track I did, and then the cover song. I thought the cover song at the end fucking was stupid too, and I think even Glenn says that was ridiculous. I forget why they did it, but those are the only 2 tracks I did. So the cover song at the end, and what is it, Black Knight? I think that's what it was. It doesn't say. I guess it's not even on the picture. Or is it a bonus track? But and then the song track 3, Desecration, I didn't like either. But picture disc here. Back, pretty cool fucking band photo that I don't think is the same one on the album, so even cooler if it's a different photo. It's always cooler when you get different shit on the 2 different releases. It kind of gives you more reason to want to own it, right? At least it does for me. And then, so those were the albums. The last few I showed you were kind of like for me, I was like, I liked some, like I said, but there was like, even that last one was kind of like, it wasn't my favorites for sure. But this album, this is their third last one and up. I really like these last 3s. To hell with God. I know there's a picture disc of this as well, which I don't own. which when I do come across it, I will buy it. It's on red vinyl, the one I have. Gatefold cover. It comes with a back patch. I really liked this album. The only thing I didn't like about it is there's a couple parts where the drums kick in. I think on like was it the first song or third, and where they sound like just really processed. I didn't like that part, but then it kicks in the normal song, and then I liked the rest. So the title track I thought was really good, and the song Conviction. And there's a music video with it. It's pretty funny. If you ever YouTube the Deicide Conviction, look at the music video. I thought when that first came out, that claymation thing with Glenn chasing down Christ, I thought was a pretty cool video. So those are probably, I think, the hits on that album, which I like. But as the album as a whole, I liked every single song, actually. So that's kind of like, for me, almost was kind of like a comeback album because they were doing a few, they had a few albums there, like Incinerate Them, and well, no, because like Scars I thought was really good. But even after Scars, then they did the Till Death Do Us Part, which I thought was basically my least favorite record. And then even the Stench of Redemption, I liked it, but it's kind of like parts of it just didn't sound Deicide, with the solos and shit. Really sounded more like really melodic, Vital Remains, which I know is because Ralph doing them, but it just seemed like didn't have the same Deicide feel. Felt like the Deicide feel really came back again with to Hell with God. So from there and then on, they were on a roll. I liked everything very much because the very next album after that, In the Minds of Evil, I thought was really good as well. Printer Sleeve, and I don't know if this is on color vinyl or not as well. Can't remember. Oh yeah, this is on color as well. Sweet, even better. And just red again. And so yeah, I enjoyed this record a lot too. And then the very last album they did to date, I like this one a lot as well. Thought it was really, really good. The fucking Overtures of Blasphemy. Liked every song very much. The song I liked the least on here was it Defying the Sacred, I believe it's called. Yeah, Defying the Sacred. I do like it. I think it's a good song. I know they did a music video for it. I just thought it was maybe a little bit too melodic for Deicide. Again, I don't think it stunk. It just was kind of a standout to where it was a little bit sent a totally different feel to it that wasn't the normal Deicide feeling. But as a whole, absolutely, I thought this fucking record's fantastic. I don't know if a picture of this exists of this. I want to say it doesn't, but a part of me wants to say it does. And if it does, I definitely would like a picture disc of it. And if it doesn't, well then someone needs a fucking press one because I would pick one up for sure. And then the last few, I have 4 bootleg vinyls by Deicide. And I will show those because these are definitely more rare. So probably the most fun ones to see because obviously everyone knows what the fuck the albums look like, especially if you're a Deicide fan. This one here I got over 10 years ago. But it's actually under the name Amon before they changed their name to Deicide. This is live in 88, I think? 89. Live Tampa, Florida, May 29th, 1989. And it's a 3-sided double LP. I remember there's only 150 of these made. Just these red covers, really simple, no insert. Just black vinyl. The sound quality is decent, but I will say this: it's the best sounding recording I've ever seen of live Amon, like when Deicide, before Deicide was called Deicide. It doesn't sound great. It sounds decent, like you can tell the songs and shit, but it's the best sounding live show I've ever heard from, like I said, when they were called Amon. And what's really cool about this release, the song, it's on side A, Holy Deception, which is that's on the album Legion. You could tell when he's singing and shit, it's got totally different lyrics. It's like a fucking original version of it. Because this was before the first album obviously came out, before the Deicide. So this was just during their demos, and they already wrote that song. So they had the song Holy Deception already written even before Deicide came out. And it's just an original version of it. And like I said, you could tell it's different lyrics because he's saying like totally different words. But the riffs are all kind of like the same. So it was like really cool because the only way you're going to have that version of the song is on this release. It's not on anything else. I've never seen it anywhere on anything, not on YouTube, nothing. So, yeah, the only way to get that song is to get this LP. I only have one copy. Like I said, it's long. You're probably going to pay, if you find this on eBay, Discogs, or something, I'm sure you're going to pay probably easily $100. I would imagine so, because like I said, there wasn't many made, and that was long, long gone. Another Deicide bootleg. Look at this, fucking great. Totally fitting title too. Destroy the Faceless Dog. Well fucking put. And I remember this. It's been a while since I listened to this. Sounds really fucking good too. It's live '92 on Legion era. So yeah, it's live in London, England. December 17th, 1992. And it's got all the fucking hits on there. So if you can find this, again, I got this years ago as well. I think it was after the Amon release, but it's been a good 10 years. I mean, it's been a long time for sure. So, and I think there was like 200 of these made or something. I think it was 200, something like that. It's only a gray vinyl. So, good luck finding this. Again, if you do, it's probably a $100 record as well. But I remember the sound quality of this being really good. And so definitely worth owning. If you're a Deicide fan, I would, I think you got to have it. I remember being a very enjoyable listen. Cool shit set in between songs, etc. Maybe my favorite Deicide bootleg, and I got this a long time ago too. So long gone. Live Murdering of God. Sweet ass fucking cover art, only on this release that I've ever seen. And I think there's only like 150 or 200 of these made as well. This is live from live in Howland, 7/12/1990. So this is just all first album songs. And it's been a while since I've listened to this, but I do know the sound quality is really good. And what's really cool about this too is like, you know how Glenn's vocals kind of changed on every album, like from the first album to the second album to the third album, they changed. This is the only other recording other than the first album where his vocals are like this. So you hear like the first album, I mean. So you hear those like that vocal performance on the first record. They weren't like the deep growls yet, singing like this on this. And I've never heard any other even live recordings that sounded like that. I mean, I've heard other DSI recordings that are from that era and he probably was singing like that, but they sound like absolute dog shit. So you kind of couldn't tell. But this, yeah, sounds really good, and the vocals are like the same. So it's really, really cool. And another really cool thing about this, I can't remember some of the shit he says in between songs. I don't know if he's drunk or he's just being typical Glenn or he's young, just being a dick. Says really funny shit in between songs. And he's like yelling at the crowd, like, take your makeup out of your fucking purses and get up here and be a bunch of fucking men or something along those lines. And it was just definitely, he's like insulting the goddamn crowd. So it was really fucking funny. So really cool shit said. This one I just got in 20. Hell's got a handful of copies of these in. They sold out right away. It was just in, what was it, 2021? Maybe 2020? I think this last year. Last year or the year before. From the Serpents of Light tour. Look, this cover art is fucking awesome. Title of the album, Hang the Bitch on the Cross. The song Bastards of Christ, which is probably one of my all-time favorite songs ever. Sound quality is really good. It's live in Cleveland, Ohio, which is my home stomping ground. December 6th, 1998. That was where it was recorded. And here's the backside. And it says it's limited to 250 blue vinyls. So there's only blue vinyl, I take it, and that's what I have as well. Picture the sleeve. But yeah, from the Serpents of Light tour, sounds really good. And the cover art's fucking awesome. So if you can find this too, you probably should still be able to, because like I said, I just got the share. But yeah, I don't know. Probably eBay or somebody, or maybe other distros have it. I don't know, because I just know when we got these in, I was like, fuck, I gotta have that. And then they sold out, like, I think they like literally within like 5 days or something. We sold them all. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I have for Deicide vinyl. Like I said, other than the 12-inch self-titled picture disc, which I'm not tearing off my wall to fucking show it. If I had a second one like I did in the Repulsion Horrified, I had two, one on my wall and one in, just had two of them, so it's easy to show. But yeah, that's all the Deicide vinyls I own. I'll eventually, yeah, when I come across Till Death Do Us Part LP, I'll pick one up just to have it. It's the only one I'm missing on vinyl, even though I'm not a huge fan of the record. Like I said, it's kind of been growing on me. There's parts I definitely like. I'm like, you know what, some of these definitely have some good fucking, Deicide feel, old Once Upon the Cross era. But then there's parts that are kind of fucking boring, and like I said, the lyrics are kind of lame in comparison. So yeah, definitely my least favorite. But yeah, I complete the collection, right? And but and like I said, I do have it on CD. So, but when I stumble across that, I'll buy it. And then the To Hell with God picture disc, I know that does exist because I've seen it. I need to get that, and then pretty much everything. And if I stumble across a different pressing or something on something else, if it's cool, I'll get it as well. But yeah, as everyone knows, Deicide, one of my all-time favorite bands. Definitely my top fucking 5, top 6, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's the goal. And then hopefully I want to get to meet Glenn again, get my fucking picture before the guy dies, and just say I had it. And I definitely will the next time I see him. And I've seen Deicide several times live. Last time I seen him was for the Overtures of Blasphemy, was 2019. I think it was all before all the Wimpage shit. So yeah, about that. But I've seen him several other times. Always enjoyed him live. especially for me because I know their songs so well and all the words. It's almost like I'm fucking at the shows just singing along. You know what I mean? It's always a really good time seeing them. So when they come to Cleveland again, I'll be there too. And then when they put out a new album, people said, "What are you looking for to 2022 albums? 2022 new albums coming out." I don't know if DSI doing one or not, but if they are, I'll definitely be looking forward to that, and I'll definitely be picking it up. So yeah, guys, that's what I have for my DSI collection. You asked for it, and you got it. And I'll see you on the fucking next one. Later.